rehearsing for day 301 of consistently helping people build consistency. Hi, I'm Laksana, just an average person trying to be consistent, and I want to be the best at helping people build consistency. That's why I need to rehearse consistently to improve my English so I can talk fluently, and also to improve my argumentation, my communication skills, and also be better at the thing that I'm talking about. Okay, and also I need to remove all the filler words. Okay, so I'm struggling with filler words on my videos. Most of my videos I always talk something like, you know what, and then like, like something like, blah blah blah, something like that. Those filler words. Sometimes I also say like, ah, you know. I don't really like to have some filler words because it's makes my speech not as powerful as I want it to be. So I'm trying to fight these filler words. Okay, it's on my mind actually. So here's the thing. On today's video, I'm gonna be explaining about the concept of a habit streak, how to actually use a habit streak, why a habit streak is powerful, and yeah, the implementation on how to actually use a habit streak, and why it's going to be really important, really effective in helping us to stay consistent at doing something. Hi, for the one person watching this live stream, if you want to say something on the live chat, yeah, on the chat, I would really appreciate that. Thank you for watching this live stream. This is going to be rehearsing for day 301 of consistently helping people build consistency. So what is a habit streak? Basically, a habit streak is just us counting for how many days we've been consistently doing something without missing a day. So for example, doing 5 minutes of running every single day without missing any day. Reading 10 minutes of book at least for 30 days straight without missing a day. That's basically a habit streak. We just count for how many days we've been consistently doing something. So, but here's the thing. If one day we just do not do the thing, well then the habit streak is going to reset to zero again. Okay? So we count for how many days we've been doing something. We can just have a paper where we just mark an X every single time we actually manage to do something, to do the thing that we should be doing. Okay? We mark an X every single day. This streak is now at 7 days, this streak is now at 14 days, and so on and so on. We just keep on increasing the streak every single day as long as we still keep on doing the thing. But the thing here is that if one day we just not do the thing, okay, then the habit streak is going to reset to zero again. Because basically a habit streak means that you do something on a day-to-day basis every single day. But some few disclaimer, sometimes you just do not want to take it to the extreme. Especially when it comes to exercising, when you are sick, when you are not feeling that well, it's okay to take some rest. Hello man, I'm new to your channel. This is really interesting, by the way. Keep it up. Okay, hi Zuri. Hello, yeah, thank you. I really appreciate you for commenting. And yeah, this is my rehearsal for day 301 of consistently helping people build consistency. You can just watch my videos where I create this series called Consistently Helping People Build Consistency. I'm currently on day 300 yesterday on my YouTube. You can just watch my long form videos. And currently I'm rehearsing for day 301. And yeah, I want to improve my communication skills. I want to be able to speak English better. And if you have any questions about consistency, or maybe you have some advice for me regarding consistency, you can just type it up on the chat box. I would really appreciate that. Really thankful. And also, I think just answering questions from people is going to be one of the best way on how to improve my English, improve my communication skills, because it's impromptu answering. Okay, some random questions pop up. I need to answer it right here, right now. It makes my brain work hard. Okay, and basically improve my English, because my brain needs to think in English, articulate in English, speak in English. And yeah, I would really appreciate that if you wanted to. And basically I'm gonna continue my rehearsal. So the thing about a habit streak here is that we do not really want to take it to the extreme. Okay? So if there are days when we just need to take some rest, for example, the days when we are sick, please stop doing the exercise and please just take some rest because you do not want to push yourself way too hard. It can be counterproductive. Okay? You can get even way more sick. Okay? If you need to rest, then you rest. Okay? Do not push yourself way too hard just for the habit streak. That's one disclaimer. So again, back to the topic. Why a habit streak is going to be effective in order to help us stay consistent at doing our thing. One, it's going to be creating some sense of attachment to the streak, not wanting to create, not wanting to break the streak. And two, it's ultimately going to create some identity for us. Okay, so let me explain. One, it's going to create some kind of attachment for us, not to break the habit streak. Okay, let's say we've been consistently doing this thing for the past 7 days. We are going to be having some sense of accomplishment. Hey, you know what? I actually set on a target of reading a book for 10 minutes every single day, and I actually fulfilled that target for 7 days straight. I do not want to lose this achievement. I do not want to lose this sense of, oh yeah, I can actually make it. Guess what? I'm also going to be doing it on day 8, on day 9, on day 10, and so on and so on. We don't want to lose it. Okay? So here's the thing. There are going to be days when you do not feel like you want to be doing your thing. There are going to be days when you just feel like you want to be lazy and not do the reading the book, you do not want to exercise, you do not want to meditate, you do not want to practice your sport, and so on and so on. But this is where the habit streak actually plays, okay? Even on the days when you are not feeling motivated, the habit streak is going to create some new extra motivation, okay? Because you do not want to lose the habit streak that you are feeling attached to. You are going to be thinking like, you know what, I don't really want to read my book today. I do not really want to exercise today. But, it kind of feels sucks actually to exercise today. But you know what? What's even way more suck than reading a book on that particular day is going to be the thing that's going to feel even way more suck is going to be not continuing my streak. It's going to be losing my streak that I've been building from day 0. Okay? So basically we are going to be thinking like, you know what? Yeah, reading a book kind of sucks today. I'm not really feeling motivated to do it. But at least it's not going to be feeling as suck as losing my streak. I do not want to lose my streak. So guess what? I'm just gonna be continuing the streak anyway. I'm just gonna be reading the book anyway, and anyway, it's the right thing to do. Anyway. Okay, so I just, say way too much anyway, way too many anyway. Need to fix that. So basically, the habit streak is going to create some sense of attachment to yourself, okay, to the habit streak itself. You do not want to lose the habit streak. That's why even on the days when you are not feeling motivated to actually do the thing, you are still going to be doing the thing anyway because you do not want to lose the habit streak. Okay, that's one reason. And also you are going to be having the motivation to keep on increasing and increasing and increasing and increase the habit streak. Because we humans, we really love to see the numbers go higher and higher and higher and higher. That's one reason. And the second reason why it's going to help us stay consistent is basically a habit streak is going to create some sense of confidence in ourselves. The confidence that one is actually something realistic to do this 10 minutes of reading a book. It's actually something realistic to exercise for 5 minutes every single day. But not only that it's realistic, it's also we are proving to ourselves that, hey, I also have the willpower to actually do it, okay? Because, I can just choose to be lazy, but I choose to do it for 7 days straight, okay? Proving to ourselves that we actually have the discipline to do it. And again, we are going to be thinking like, you know what, I can do this for 7 days straight. You know what, I can also going to be doing it on day 8, on day 9, on day 10, and so on and so on. I do not want to make the past version of me get disappointed of myself just because I'm lazy and I do not continue the streak. I want to keep the habit streak alive, okay? Basically, that's why it's going to give us some sense of confidence to actually continue the habit streak. And yeah, if you guys have any question regarding habit streak or anything, you can just put it down on the chat box. or maybe some advice regarding a habit streak that you want to add. Um, and also, here's the thing. One thing that you need to be knowing about a habit streak is that you need to also consistently track the progress. Okay, you do not want to just consistently count for how many days you've been consistently doing something. You need to also see some visible progress, some visible growth. Okay, because here's the thing: when we just do something for a long period of time but we do not see any results, it can be giving us some pessimistic vibe. We are going to be saying that, oh, you know what, yeah, I've been consistently doing this thing for the past 30 days, but I don't see any progress. So why I continue? It's just a waste of time, okay? That's basically the thing that's going to happen when we just don't have any clear, visible evaluation. We do not track our progress on a day-to-day basis, or maybe on a weekly basis, okay? So basically, just consistently track your progress because you need to see growth, okay? The reason why you do something at the beginning, I start learning a piano. I joined class 1 week ago. Well, that's really great. Keep it up. I wish you can stick for years and years and became a piano master. Would really be happy to, for you if you can actually do that. So I'm supporting you. You are going to make it. Let's go. Okay, so continuing to my speech again. Okay, you are basically again. So for example, you are learning the piano, right? So for disclaimer, I'm not a pianist myself, so it's not really my field actually. But the thing that you are going to be doing here is that you are going to be consistently tracking your piano progress, right? It can be you documenting your progress on a day-to-day basis, and then you just basically compare your progress on day 1 and on day 7, okay? On day 1, your progress on day 1, your performance on day 1, and your performance on day 30, okay? You are basically going to see the difference, the progress that you've made, okay? Precisely why we do things, why we start doing things is precisely because we expect some kind of results, some kind of return, okay, from doing the activity itself. Why do we exercise? We want to be healthy. Why do we study? We want to be smart. We want to have some good grades. We want to be respected, and so on and so on. Why do we play the piano? Why do we learn to play the piano? Oh yeah, because we want to be good at something. We want to enjoy doing these things, and so on and so on. And basically, when we just don't see the results that we are expecting from this, these activities, big chances we are going to be stopping doing those things. So make sure that you are making yourself know 100% that you are making visible progress, visible growth. And progress or growth doesn't necessarily needs to look like, progress doesn't necessarily needs to looks like this. It doesn't necessarily needs to looks like a, upward line. You got some, it might look like something like, a more, I don't know, messy line, but as long as the trajectory is up, well then it's good, okay? So basically, you can start by seeing some progress by comparing your progress on day 1, your performance on day 1, and also compare it to your progress on day 30, okay? If you just show up consistently and you actually learn seriously, you are going to be seeing the difference, okay? The difference between day 1 and day 30, okay? And when you actually see some progress, you are going to be thinking like, oh, you know what? The thing that I actually do consistently actually give me some progress. The progress that I expect, okay? The results that I expect, okay? When we just see visible progress, we are going to be having more meaning, more reason to stick to the thing, okay? Because we are getting closer and closer to the thing that we are expected to have on the first place, right? So that's how you actually be consistent at doing something, by having a habit streak. I think that's it for me for today. If you have any questions or anything, also don't forget to join our Discord, and yeah, you can join our Discord on the link of my videos. Basically, do you guys have any questions or want to share anything? If there's, if I'm just gonna be waiting for like 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I think that's it for me for today. Thank you for watching and bye bye.